चलिए, तो अगर आपको कोई डाउट पूछना होगा आप लोग अपना हैंड रेज करोगे, ठीक है। अपने आप को अनम्यूट नहीं करोगे क्योंकि मुझे पता नहीं चल पाएगा। मेरा जो ये ऑडियो इनपुट है ये वन साइड वाला इनपुट है, टू साइड वाला नहीं है, तो मुझे नहीं पता चलेगा अगर आप कुछ बोलोगे। तो बेटर है कि आप हैंड रेज करो अपना और उसके बाद बोलो, ठीक है, जब मैं आपको बोलूं बोलने के लिए। चलिए, तो लेट अस स्टार्ट विद today's session. In today's session, we will discuss about foreign investments. So this topic I covered in depth for the mains examination, but for the prelims examination, I have not yet covered. So I'm covering it here. So we will discuss about what is the meaning of foreign investment, and then it has two categories: the foreign direct investment and the foreign portfolio investment, right? So what is the meaning of both of them? Then inside the foreign portfolio investment, again we have two subcategories. One is the FII, foreign institutional investment, and second is the depository receipts, DRs, right? So we will discuss each one of them. Then we will discuss about the different kind of economic integrations which take place in the context of foreign trade. Foreign trade के context में जो different तरह के economic integrations, different type के जो economic integrations होते हैं उसकी हम बात करेंगे, ठीक है। तो different type के economic integrations कौन से हो सकते हैं? For example, we have the concept of FTA, foreign trade agreement, right? Economic union, custom union, etc. So we will discuss all about these terms, ठीक है। So let us start with the foreign investment. So first of all, my question from you is whether this foreign investment is part of the current account or is it part of the capital account? If we talk about the balance of payment, तो balance of payment में ये कहाँ पे आता है? Who will give the answer? Please tell me. है ना? So balance of payment is part of the capital account. I cannot discuss in detail here because that will take a lot of time. But मैं आपको एक चीज बता देना चाहता हूँ कि why this is part of the capital account. This is part of the capital account because any transaction, please mute yourself everyone. Any transaction which impacts the assets or liabilities, right? So any transaction across the border, right? Transaction किसकी बात कर रहे हैं? Which is basically with the rest of the world, or with cross, which is cross border, ठीक है? जो cross border है उसकी हम कुछ transaction की बात कर रहे हैं. So any transaction with the rest of the world, that is the country other than my own country. That is, if India is doing the transaction with Pakistan, China, USA, any country, ठीक है, तो वो सब आपका आएगा और उस ट्रांजैक्शन की वजह से अगर इम्पैक्ट हो रहा है हमारा, if because of all this transaction the impact is upon the asset or liability. Now what is the meaning of asset? Asset is basically a property which can provide the income in future, right? So for example, the Walmart company, it buys the shares of the Flipkart, ठीक है। तो एक कंपनी है जिसका नाम है Walmart. Walmart is a USA company and it buys the shares in the Indian company that is the Flipkart. ये Flipkart में इसने shares buy किए हैं, ठीक है। Now when Walmart buys the shares in the Flipkart, these shares are the property from the point of view of the Walmart, right? So what is the meaning of property? Property means something which can generate the income, which can provide future income, जो future में income provide कर सके, उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? That is called property, right? So property means something which provide the future income. So in this case, this shareholding is the property of Walmart, and this will be providing the income from the Flipkart in future. So this investment by the Walmart into the shares of Flipkart, this is a capital transaction. This is a capital transaction. So any transaction with rest of the world which impacts asset or liability. Okay. So this was the example of the asset. Now second example is the example of the liability. So liability को किस तरह से impact करता है? Let us see that also. So suppose for example, India, in India we have a company called Reliance, right? So Reliance takes the loan from any foreign lender, right? From any foreign lender. So this loan which is taken by the Indian company Reliance, this loan is called external commercial borrowing, right? Now Indian company has taken the loan, so this is an obligation on the part of Reliance company. Reliance के ऊपर ये obligation है. Reliance has to return it back to the lender. Reliance को इसको वापस करना होगा पैसे को, ठीक है? Reliance has to return it back to the lender. So it is a liability for the Reliance, right? So from the point of view of India, this is a capital transaction, and this is part of the capital account in the balance of payment. Okay, so this is another example. In totality, if we see, there are four kind of transaction which become part of the capital account. So capital account के अंदर चार तरह के transaction होते हैं. One is the foreign investment, which include FDI, FPI. ठीक है, तो एक FDI होता है, एक FPI होता है. Second include external assistance. External assistance. So basically, I am discussing these things. It's a kind of revision, or it is something which I have already discussed. Okay, I am discussing so that a foundation is built for you to discuss this particular topic. Okay, so already I told you that there are four major kind of transaction. One, the foreign investment in the form of FDI and FPI. Second, we have the loans in the form of external commercial borrowing. For example, this Reliance company took the loan from foreign lender. Okay. Third is external assistance. That is the loan which is taken by the central government from the foreign country. Okay. So, for example, Indian government is taking loan from the Japanese government, or Indian government is taking loan from the World Bank, IMF. So all those kind of transactions are also part of the capital account. Okay. So this is the third item. Now the fourth item is non-resident banking capital, right? So suppose, for example, my brother is working in USA. मेरा जो भाई है वो USA में काम कर रहा है. So my brother deposits some money in one of the bank branch of Indian bank inside India. So my brother, who is working in USA, he deposits $10,000 into the New Delhi branch of the State Bank of India. So that is a kind of deposit which is being made by the non-resident Indian into the Indian bank branch. And from the point of view of the country, that is a obligation which has to be returned back in future. So whenever my brother will ask for that money, will ask for the return of the deposit, the State Bank of India has to return that money to my brother, right? So that is also one of the obligation, that is also the liability, right? So that is also part of the capital account. Okay? So is it clear to everyone? Any question? तो जो फॉरेन इन्वेस्टमेंट होता है ये आपका दो तरह का होता है. एक होता है आपका FDI, डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट, FDI फॉरेन डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट, और दूसरा होता है आपका पोर्टफोलियो इन्वेस्टमेंट, FPI, FDI और FPI. ठीक है. Now what is the difference between the two? ठीक है. So suppose, for example, there is a serious businessman, for example Walmart company. Walmart company conducts a survey and it finds that in India, the e-commerce market is flourishing, and it want to really get the advantage of the e-commerce market of India, right? So it starts looking for some company where it can invest the money, and the purpose is to conduct the business. पर्पस क्या है यहाँ पर? बिजनेस को कंडक्ट करना लॉन्ग टर्म में, और लॉन्ग टर्म में उससे पैसा कमाना. लॉन्ग टर्म में तो इट इज द पर्पस इज द इनकम ओनली, बट इट इज थ्रू कंडक्टिंग बिजनेस और थ्रू पार्टिसिपेशन इन द बिजनेस. ठीक है, पार्टिसिपेशन इन द बिजनेस. नाउ this Walmart company, it has two different ways. It can either go to listed company or unlisted company. Now, what is the meaning of listed company and what is the meaning of unlisted company? And before that, what is the meaning of a company? So company means any entity which is registered under the Companies Act 2013, right? So any entity which is registered under the Companies Act 2013, that is called a company. ठीक है? Now, what is the meaning of listed? Listed company means any company which has registered its shares in the stock exchange, right? So we have different stock exchange. We have Bombay Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange. So the company whose shares are listed on the stock exchange. And what is the meaning of listing? The meaning of listing means that the shares are tradable. The shares can be traded in the market. Anyone can buy the shares in the market, right? Any investor can buy the shares in the market. That is the meaning of the listing, right? So for example, Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corporation Limited, IRCTC, जहां पर आप रेलवे की ई टिकटिंग बुक कराते हो, where you book the railway e-ticketing, that company got listed very recently, right? So that company got listed in the month of, I think, October or November, right? So that is the meaning of listing. So this Walmart company can either make an investment into the listed company whose shares are already selling in the open market. ठीक है? And in this case, if the investment is more than 10% of the total shares of the company, ठीक है, then this is called FDI. तो इसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? Foreign direct investment. So this 10% has been taken because experts think that if any person is investing at least 10% amount in a listed company, that means that investor is a serious investor. That investor has an interest in the business of the company, right? So this more than 10%, it can be 10%, it can be 20%, it can be 50%, it can be 51%, it can be 100%. ये अलग-अलग percentage हो सकता है, ठीक है? So when this percentage is more than 50%, then this company is called subsidiary company. What is the meaning of subsidiary company? So for example, this Walmart acquires 51% shares in the Flipkart. Then the Flipkart becomes the subsidiary company. So the subsidiary company means now majority shareholding is in the hand of the parent company. So this Walmart is called parent company, or this is also called as holding company. The company which is holding the shares of a company, right? Holding company या parent company, हम इसको कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं. And this Flipkart is called the subsidiary company. So this holding company or parent company has a majority shareholding in the subsidiary company. What is the advantage of that? What is the advantage of subsidiary? The advantage is that this Walmart can take any decision, any major decision about the business. So for example, Flipkart now can enter into the groceries market, right? Flipkart can do business in the online education, or it want to enter into the new geographical locations, for example Pakistan, China, right? So all those kind of big decisions can be taken by the management of the Walmart company. ठीक है, तो Walmart company का जो management है, that has a substantial investment in the Flipkart, so it can take the major decision after the shareholding is more than 50%. ठीक है, तो इसका मतलब क्या हो गया कि there is a transfer of control. इस कंपनी का जो कंट्रोल है वो कहां पे चला गया? The control of the company is now in the hands of the Walmart company. So the purpose of the Walmart company was to acquire the control of the Flipkart company. ठीक है, so this is a subsidiary company. 100%. Another is 100%. 100% means exclusively financed company. Exclusively financed company. That means this company is exclusively financed by the Walmart. So 100% investment belongs to the Walmart. Walmart is the holding company, parent company, and this Flipkart is the exclusively financed company, or alternatively this is also called as 100% subsidiary. 100% subsidiary का मतलब क्या हो गया? It means 100% shareholding is with the Walmart company. ठीक है? So this is about the listed company. So one thing you have to keep in mind, that when the investment is more than 10%, right? So if the investment is more than 10%, if the investment is more than 10%, then this is part of the FDI. ठीक है, तो ये part of the FDI हो जाएगा. ठीक है जी. So this is the one thing. This is the one thing. ठीक है, 10% से ज्यादा हो जाता है तो ये आपका. Second, if this is an unlisted company, what is the meaning of unlisted company? That the shares are not sold in the open market. ठीक है, the shares are not sold in the open market, right? So for example, this right to be IAS is registered under a company. The name of the company is Expertune Educations. So this is a private limited company. A right to be IAS is registered in the Expertune, and Expertune is a private limited company. Now, this private limited company, this is not the listed company. This is unlisted company. If this Walmart makes any investment, any means any, even if this is 1% or this is 100%, any percentage between 1% to 100%, in case of a listed company, that is FDI, right? So if it is an unlisted company, any investment between 1% to 100%, that is part of the foreign direct investment, right? Now you can ask a question, sir, why this 1% is taken as FDI in case of unlisted? So reason is very simple. These unlisted company are privately or very closely controlled company. For example, over this right to be IAS, Expertune Education, there are total 4 partners who are having the hold over this company. Like there are 4 shareholders of this company, right? So if Walmart is seriously interested into this business, they will contact Expertune and they will ask for the shares. So Expertune is not selling the shares in the open market. It is giving the share to some trusted player. It is actually exposing its own operations to some unknown person, to a new investor. Okay? So in this case, the purpose of Walmart is not to earn the short-term money. The purpose of Walmart is to really involve into the business of Expertune. Walmart का जो purpose है वो क्या है? कि एक्सपर्ट चुन के बिजनेस में इंटरेस्ट लेना, एक्सपर्ट चुन के बिजनेस में पार्टिसिपेट करना, वो इसका मेन पर्पस है, ठीक है। सो दिस इज व्हाई वी टेक 1%, इवन द 1% शेयर होल्डिंग is considered to be FDI, because in case of unlisted company, any investor will be buying the shares only and only if the person is seriously interested, right? So why we are saying that we can say the person is seriously interested? Because the person cannot sell the shares immediately from the expert tune. The shares are not tradable openly in the market. मार्केट में शेयर्स ओपनली ट्रेडेबल नहीं है, तो अगर वॉलमार्ट को शेयर सेल करने होंगे तो शेयर सेल नहीं कर सकती. वॉलमार्ट इज नॉट इन ए पोजीशन टू सेल द शेयर्स इन द एक्सपर्चून ऑन एन अर्जेंट बेसिस. सो द वॉलमार्ट विल नेवर इन्वेस्ट इनटू एक्सपर्चून फॉर ए शॉर्ट पीरियड. द पर्पस विल नेवर बी टू अर्न द इनकम इन द शॉर्ट पीरियड. द पर्पस विल बी टू एक्चुअली get interested into the business, then only it will be buying the shares of the unlisted company, ठीक है. So that is why in case of unlisted company, even 1% shareholding is considered to be FDI, ठीक है. Now, so this is about the FDI, right? This is about the FDI. Second is portfolio investment. Portfolio investment. So what is the meaning of the word portfolio? See friends, when any investor invests the money into the assets, ठीक है. Suppose Mr. Warren Buffett, आप लोग जानते होंगे, Warren Buffett is the global investor. He is one of the top most investor. So Warren Buffett, when he is investing the money into the market, he will try to spread his investment across the geographical area and across the businesses, right? He will be investing into India, China, USA, UK, Japan, and other countries. Similarly, he will be investing into different businesses, into the service sector, into the manufacturing sector, even into the agriculture sector, right? The purpose of investment is creating a portfolio of investment, and ultimate purpose is not to get involved into any business. पर्पस ये नहीं है कि बिजनेस में इन्वॉल्व होना है. द पर्पस इज टू अर्न द मनी इन द शॉर्ट टर्म, राइट? सो इफ Warren Buffett comes to know that in India the share market is actually improving a lot, there is a jump in the share market, so there is a lot of benefit happening in the share market of India, he will suddenly buy the shares in the Indian companies. And after some time, when he gets the profit, he will return back the money immediately, right? So that is called hot money. So this portfolio investment is also called as the hot money, ठीक है. The purpose is to earn the short-term income. Investor is trying to earn the short-term income. The purpose is not to involve into the business. कोई भी purpose नहीं है कि business में involve हो जाए, कोई business किया जाए. No, that is not the purpose. The purpose is just to earn the profit, ठीक है. So if we see, there can be two companies, listed company or unlisted company. So unlisted company में तो हमने बता दिया कि any investment will be FDI only. There will be no investment which can be other than FDI. That means only in case of listed company, if the shareholding is less than 10%, then this will be part of the FPI, right? So for example, in a listed company, say in case of Tata, Tata Steel, right? Tata Steel is a listed company. In case of Tata, any investor acquires 1% share or 2% share or any amount up to 10%, then it is part of the FPI, foreign portfolio investment. Since this is a listed company, so this investor can sell the shares at any point of time and can take the money back to his own country at any point of time, right? He can always sell the shares in the market and take the profit in the short term, right? So this is the reason why this is also called as the hot money, because this money flies across the border in search of the profit. So they are always ready to move the capital from one country to another country, right? So this is the meaning of the portfolio investment or FPI, right? Is it clear to everyone? जहां तक जितना ही मैंने समझाया आपको सबको क्लियर है? If you have any question, please ask me right now. You can raise your hand if you are 100% clear about whatever I have said. So you can raise the hand that everything is clear to you, so that I come to know that it is clear to you. Okay, so
clear sir.
Okay, great. चलिए ठीक है.
Sir.
And yes.
Sir, you are teaching foreign investment FDI from current affairs point of view, randomly.
Not randomly. Why are you saying randomly?
No. So I'm saying that out of, are you teaching current affairs point of view or?
No. I am covering both. This concept I did not discuss till now in my static lecture. ठीक है? वहाँ पे मैंने हिंट दिया था, थोड़ा बहुत हिंट दिया, 10-15 मिनट के लिए पढ़ाया था, डिटेल में नहीं पढ़ाया था मैंने, ठीक है? अभी मैं इसके लिए पढ़ा हूँ, कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट ऐसे होते हैं जो सदाबहार होते हैं, मतलब हमेशा करंट में रहते ही रहते हैं. एफडीआई हमेशा करंट में रहता है,
ठीक है सर, थैंक यू सर.
हाँ, ये सदाबहार कॉन्सेप्ट है.
ठीक.
सदाबहार का मतलब होता है एवरग्रीन. वेंकटेश फॉर यू बिकॉज यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड.
हेलो सर.
हाँ जी मनीष पूछिए.
सर ये जो पोर्टफोलियो की जो है जो लेस देन 10% कितना, ये किसी से भी लिस्टेड अनलिस्टेड दोनों से ले सकती है, सिर्फ लिस्टेड से ही लेगी पोर्टफोलियो जो? सॉरी, पोर्टफोलियो जो सर है, हेलो सर.
हाँ.
जो फॉरेन इन्वेस्टर जो पोर्टफोलियो जो के लिए सब लिस्टेड और अनलिस्टेड से हो सकता है कि नहीं? वो
नहीं, देखो वो किसी से भी ले सकता है. मान लिया वॉरेन बफेट है, वो शेयर कहीं भी इन्वेस्ट कर सकता है. अगर वो इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रहा है लिस्टेड कंपनी में, तब हम देखेंगे कि क्या इन्वेस्टमेंट 10% से कम है. अगर 10% से कम है तो हम उसको बोलेंगे ये पोर्टफोलियो इन्वेस्टमेंट है. अगर वो 10% से ज्यादा है तो हम बोलेंगे डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट है. ठीक है? अगर वो इन्वेस्टमेंट अनलिस्टेड कंपनी में है, चाहे वो 1% है चाहे 100% है, उसको हम बोलेंगे फॉरेन डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट है. ठीक है? तो ये क्लासिफिकेशन हम लोगों ने किया हुआ है. दिस क्लासिफिकेशन हैज बीन डन बाय द इंडियन गवर्नमेंट. व्हाई? सो दैट अकॉर्डिंगली some checks and balances can be levied. The purpose is to actually apply some checks and balances. ठीक है?
ओके.
या तो वॉरेन बफेट के लिए मैटर नहीं करता, उसके लिए तो उसका पर्पस है जहां पे उसको पैसा मिलेगा वहीं पे इन्वेस्ट कर देगा वो. ठीक है? लेकिन अनलिस्टेड कंपनी में वो तभी इन्वेस्ट करेगा जब उसको लॉन्ग टर्म में बिजनेस करना होगा, क्योंकि शॉर्ट टर्म में वो सेल नहीं कर सकता अनलिस्टेड कंपनी का. अनलिस्टेड कंपनी में शेयर ओपन मार्केट में तो सेल होते नहीं है, तो शॉर्ट टर्म में उसको एग्जिट करना होगा तो वो निकल ही नहीं पाएगा. ठीक है?
वो तो
ओके, ग्रेट. चलिए